In the high country of Victoria, spring has found our homestead. The paddocks are edged with silver wattles in full bloom, bright, vibrant yellow against the cool greens of early growth. Beyond them, the mountains, many of which were snow-capped in winter, rise in the distance. But a chill still lingers in the air, and inside the house, fires still burn, their warmth a comfort against the lingering cold. The garden comes alive with early colour. The crocus lead the charge, and the daffodils follow just a day or two later, both putting on a magnificent display. Euphorbias rise soon after, their flowers stretching towards the sky on tall, sturdy stems, their lime green bracts standing out against the muted tones of early spring. Each day the garden shifts, subtle but certain, as new growth takes hold. The trees are waking from their winter sleep, slowly and steadily, with more fresh new leaves appearing each day. The pin oak's leaves are still small, bright and delicate in the early light, while the Japanese maple reveals its tiny red flowers, subtle against the bright flush of new spring growth. Each day brings a gentle transformation, a reminder that even in the coldest corners of the Alps, life marches ever onwards. Life on the homestead stirs with the promise of spring. Even the chickens sense the change. They scratch through the damp earth, pecking at fresh green shoots, their curiosity and energy a small celebration of the season's return. And tiny chicks, hatched in the incubator, are curious and full of energy. In the pastures, the cows graze hungrily, their steady presence marking the rhythm of the homestead. And today, there is new life among them, a newborn calf, less than a day old, black-nosed with dark feet and ears. She's a little heifer that we have named Clover. Each careful step, each tentative move is a reminder of the season's miracles.
It's a girl.
Clover stays close to her mother, with Ernie, her father, watching quietly nearby. She steps forward with the curiosity of a newborn, making her way toward me and pausing to take in this new part of her world. Hello, little one. Her mother calls, low and persistent, but Clover lingers for a moment longer before giving a tiny answering moo and turning to run back to her side. But alongside the new life of spring comes the steady work of the season. Winter leaves its mark, and there is always something that needs attention. A giant, long-dead tree has finally fallen across the fence line, a fatality of the last wildfires that swept through the property. It has stood for many years since then, weathering the seasons, but at last it has succumbed. Unfortunately, the wood is no good for firewood, so piece by piece it is cut, rolled or tossed into a growing bonfire pile. Elsewhere on the property, our fence stretches through the bush. Star pickets are lined up, and shiny new wire waits on the rolls, ready for the day's work. And hands, not just mine, but those of friends and neighbours, thread the wire carefully, looping it along the posts and tensioning it just so. Many hands make light work, and together we bring order back to the boundary fence after the long, cold months. And with the final wire cut and tied off, the fence is brought back into shape once more, a simple line of order drawn through the bush. With the work done, the property settles into its own quiet rhythm once again, ready for whatever the weather brings next. Spring on the homestead is never just about one thing. Yes, it's flowers blooming and new leaves unfurling, but it's also animals being born, fences repaired, trees cleared, and fires burning against the cold. Renewal comes in small steps, in quiet work, and in moments of wonder that can sometimes catch us off guard. Some days arrive bright and open, and others draw in with mist that softens the paddocks and blurs the edges of the world. The mountains fade first, and then the trees along the pasture's edge. Soon the pasture and the cows disappear as well, and at times even the old wooden fence just in front of the house is also lost from view. It's an eerie thing to look out the window and see nothing at all, just white and quiet and stillness. But eventually, spring always finds its way back again, steady, hopeful, and full of promise.